Let me know in the comment section if you think this particular food tree I'm going to show you is worth the price, or you think it's too expensive, or you think it's too cheap. Let me know what you would actually price this particular food tree. Hello friends, welcome to Virtuoto's channel. I'm Virtuoto, and on this channel I share videos on food business. I also share videos on NAFDAC registration process in Nigeria. Kindly subscribe, hit the notification button so that when I post new videos you'll be informed. We are currently on 3,000 plus subscribers. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who is subscribed to this channel. Thank you for your support, and I want to also welcome all the new members and new subscribers to this channel. So this particular food tray I made, the price I charged the customer was 60,000 naira, and I will be showing you the individual items that were in the food tray and the prices also. If you own a food business, this season is when you should think of ways you can diversify and introduce a lot of other products, okay, to what you're currently offering. One of the things you can consider is bundling up some of your food products into a food tray, right? Or going into the food tray business. So I'll be sharing with you some of the secrets that will help you to prepare a stunning food tray. Some of the things you need to know that you have to do behind the scene to come up with the right pricing for your food tray. So make sure that you stay till the end of this video, because I'll also be talking about pricing, a bit about the costing and the pricing for your food tray business or for your food tray order. So let me know in the comment section if you think this particular food tray is worth the price, or you think it's too expensive, or you think it's too cheap. Let me know what you would actually price this particular food tray. So it's no news that the cost of things in Nigeria and other parts of the world has really increased and skyrocketed. So one of the ways that you can remain in business is by diversifying your business. In other words, providing other products and services as a food business owner. Okay, for instance, if probably you're into baking of cakes, and all this while you've been baking just cakes, you realize that probably you're not making so much sales by selling cakes alone. So you just have to watch what is happening in your location and find out what people actually want, because the reason why I'm in business is to satisfy people, is to satisfy customers and clients. So you check around you and find out what other business people are doing, what people are ordering for, and you find out that some people are actually ordering for food trays. They don't want to probably just bake cakes anymore for their birthdays and all that. They just want everything bundled up in a tray, both food, drinks, fruits and all that. Be sharing some of the elements or some of the things you need to put in place first. And the first thing you need to know is that you have to understand your customer's needs. That's the first thing you need to know. What does your customer need? When a client places an order or wants to order for food, it is always good to find out what the customer needs. What are they allergic to? What are their dietary requirements? What are they expecting from you? What food? Is it going to be rice? Is it banana bread? Is it pastries? Is it more of pastries they want? Is it more of fruits they want? Is it more of cooked maybe rice, different kinds of rice? It's the first thing you need to do is to find out what this customer actually needs. Every customer has a unique preference and also dietary requirements. Find out their likes, find out their dislikes, find out what they are using the food tray for. This ensures that your food tray is not just appealing to them, but also meets their taste or meets their requirement for variety and their requirements in terms of taste or quality of what you're presenting to them. So when it comes to food tray, personalization is very important. What I mean by personalization, find out the customer's personal needs. What does person really need? Also the quantity. Okay, that will now help you go back to your drawing board to come up with the right costing, and then of course the right pricing for that particular food tray. Okay, so personalization is key to success when it comes to food tray orders. And number one is understanding your customers' needs. The next thing you now need to do is the planning. Once you have all the necessary information, it's now time for you to plan. It's time for you to now design your tray. Arrangement of your food also should be visually appealing. Then you should have a blend of different kinds of colors, textures, flavors, different kind of things depending on what the customer wants, and then how much they are willing to pay for it, of course. So using high quality ingredients is non-negotiable, especially if you want to come up with great end result or end product. So you have to use high quality ingredients. Then also make sure that if you're having fruits, in fact everything you're using should be fresh, visually appealing to the eyes. Don't use rotten ingredients, vegetables and all that for your food tray. Next thing is the execution, the presentation. Okay, so now it's time to execute. So make sure that you gather all your ingredients. In this stage, make sure that the different components of the food tray, whether you're going to cook food, whatever, make a list and ensure that you buy all the things that you need for your food tray. Start making preparation ahead of time depending on when the order is to be delivered. So also make sure that when you're talking to the customer, you find out the time for the delivery and the date. Okay, but then you also have to pay attention to details. In everything you do, you have to pay attention to details in the packing, in the packaging, in the selection of the food tray you want to use, in everything. Even when you're cooking the food, let's say they ordered for rice and all that, you have to be careful and pay attention to details and make sure that whatever it is that you're doing is aligning to what the customer ordered for or what the customer wants. Also, another tip is make sure that your hygiene is intact. So for food that probably people are going to eat, you have direct contact with it, you can use hand gloves, okay, to pack them. Let's say you've already fried your small chops and all that, so instead of using your hand directly, you can wear hand gloves to ensure that food that people are eating, you don't have direct hand contact to it. And whatever you do, make sure that you're also washing your hands thoroughly. Make sure that your environment is clean and all that. Then we'll jump over to the costing and the pricing. In fact, if you notice, I had to keep this one for the last because I even feel that food business is the worst hit when it comes to rising or increase in the price of product. Like last week, I bought flour for 58,000 naira for a bag. And when I was doing my costing, I went to the previous costing I did some years back. I even saw when flour was about 11,000 naira. I'm like, seriously? Yes. So things are increasing on a daily, on a daily basis. So you can't afford not to cost right and you can't afford not to price right. So when it comes to costing and pricing, costing is very important because you have to cost all the different ingredients. Okay, in fact, before you even give the price to the customer, you must cost the different ingredients, the different food items that the customer wants in the food tray. You have to cost it individually so that you can now come up with the accurate costing for it, and then the markup you want to earn as profit, because you're still going to be the one to determine the profit you want to earn, right? There's a way we teach it in the ultimate food costing and pricing course. So we teach, it's just a step by, you have to do the costing first before we'll now tell you, advise 3 different pricing formulas you can use to apply the right prices to your product. So the link to register is in the description box below to get more details about the training on food costing and pricing. There are so many factors that affect pricing. So, and one of it is the cost of ingredients. Even your location can affect pricing, because there are some locations that the cost of ingredients are even higher, the cost of maybe renting a shop space. Then there are other factors, both probably if you have you'll have people that you're hiring people. Let's say you have a shop space and you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for diesel, your own operating cost is higher. There are so many factors. Also, another factor that affects pricing is the value. In fact, I love value-based pricing a lot because you price based on the value you are offering the customer. So that's why you can see someone selling something for 40,000 naira and that person decides to package it, rebrand, change the packaging and everything, and sells the same thing for even 70,000 naira. So pricing has a lot to do with value, and most times you need to understand that customers tend to feel that the higher the price of a thing, the more valuable it is. So most times they equate value with high price. Job prices and what this food tray had. This is basmati fried rice and jollof, Nigerian jollof rice, garnished to perfection. Then it had, I weighed the cooked rice and it was, jollof rice was 1 kg and basmati fried rice was also 1 kg, right? Then the small chops, I had samosa 10 pieces, spring rolls 10 pieces, and then puff puff 30 pieces, okay? Then fresh natural pineapple juice, 2 bottles, each was 500 ml each. Then I had 550 ml of parfait also in this food tray. Then we had banana bread also, different variants actually: coconut, oats, fruits, banana bread, and the plain one. So there's a way it works. There are some items that the food cost will be high, some will be low. So you have to balance it up in such a way that the pricing you would give out, okay, will balance everything up, and then you're making good profit. So for the rice, I valued the 2 kg rice, that's 1 kg jollof and 1 kg basmati fried rice, at 20,000 naira. Then I value the small chops, which includes 30 puffs, 10 spring rolls, and 10 samosas, okay, at 11,000 naira. Then I value the chicken, okay, peppered chicken, at 6,000 naira. The bottle of drinks, pineapple, fresh pineapple juice, cost 2,000 naira each. That's what I valued it at. Then the parfait, 550 ml, I valued it at 5,000. The banana bread, I valued each at 1,250, so the four of them is 5,000 naira. And then the packaging, remember the basket, the disposable plates, the white ones I used both for the chops, and the different packaging in nylon, different kinds of transparent nylon I used. And I also eventually used a bigger wrap to wrap the entire basket. So I also used a basket, if you can watch, instead of tray. So everything packaging, including the bowls I used to put in the rice, was valued at 9,000 naira. This is to help you know how to cost your food trays. It's very important that you price individually, okay? Then you now know the collective price to enable you make good profit. And if you want to learn more, join the Ultimate Food Costing and Pricing online course. The link will be in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that when I post new videos, you'll be informed. Thank you for watching.